Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mystic John, and I'm going to take you through the one that you've been waiting for. Yes, it's the time to go through Mystic John Paranormal's visit to Chicago and the Playboy Towers. Are you ready for a trip extraordinaire? Yes, I'm going to take you to the 14th floor. Even before the Millennium Knickerbocker Hotel in Chicago was known as the Playboy Towers, Hugh Hefner owned it in the 1970s. The rumour was that Al Capone owned this building and ran it as a speakeasy during the Prohibition era. And he indeed ran it on the 14th floor. So the 14th floor should have plenty of energy, shouldn't it? Well, what did we find? I'll take you on a journey extraordinarily up and down. And as we take you to the Playboy Towers in Chicago. A point to note before we go there is that there is a lift shaft, obviously straight next to us. The workings are on the roof, just the level above where we are. We can hear the murmurings of the air conditioning and an occasional rumbling of the lift shaft. But this was done at 2 o'clock in the morning, guys. There's very little movement of the lift. I do believe there was one in there. We will make note of it. And I hope you enjoy the Playboy Towers in Chicago, because I certainly did. Will you? So for those of you who don't know, this is floor 14. The most haunted floor of the hotel. We are on floor 13. Well, it's floor 14 because floor 13 doesn't exist. Is there any spirits here? Would you like to make yourself known? I hear you like to make a few bangs on this floor. Apparently you've frightened the living daylights out of the BA staff. Playboy Towers. This was the actual floor, wasn't it? This was the actual floor where the Playboy Towers were. Interesting, isn't it? Do we get any... Make sure the lift's still working. I don't want to get stuck up here. Oh look, please watch your step. It says stairway there, look at it, it's all blocked off. So a stairway with no stairway under it. So if you want to say hello, shout into the camera. One of the things they hear here is bumps from above. Now we're on the top floor. There is nothing above us except for the roof. Got a bang. Shout at me. Try and get rid of me. Give me a dark shadow. Hello there. We are on the very top floor of the above the Crystal Ballroom in Chicago. So if I just get my glasses out, I can tell what you're all writing. At the minute, we're sort of just trying to see whether we can get any response from the spirits. At the minute, we're not getting a thing up here. It is supposed to have. There was a meeting one night for. Hello, Louis. Hello, XL. Hello, Sukanu. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted hotels in Chicago. It's got the Crystal Ballroom downstairs, which we did an investigation in the other day. The 14th floor, this is the Playboy Mansion. This is actually the main Playboy floor. It's classed as floor 14. It's actually floor 13. If anybody wants to give us a bang, look, we've got people listening. They really want to know that you exist. I think that was the heating system just going crunch, but if it was you, can you give me another louder? It does seem sterile, doesn't it? I didn't expect this, I really didn't, but it seems very. They made it a bit of a. Should we say it's mainly for business purposes? We will set anything off. But yeah, look, it's mainly for business purposes. I didn't like the sound there. We got a sort of shuffle in there then. And I'm on. What the hell? That was walking. Did any of you hear walking then? There's nobody through here. Surely there's nobody through here. Fuck that, there's somebody in there. There has to be somebody in there. There's banging. I daren't even go in. I know you said it's sterile, but I'm actually shaking now. I open that door, there's banging in that room. Nobody there. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh dear Lord, this is the most creepy floor I know it looks sterile, guys, but there was banging in that room. There's banging in that room, and I am not going any further into there. That was, that is very. I was told you get banging up here. There's banging and footsteps in there, and I've just had a look. There's nobody in. There's nobody in that room. It's a conference room. That is frightening as shit. Thank you for doing that, Hershey. That was weird. That was probably about 15 seconds of banging and footsteps in there, and that was there's nobody in there. There's nobody in there. I mean, I would hope that somebody actually walked out and said hello. Prove me wrong and have somebody actually walk out, please. That's all it is, look. Nobody here. Holy crap. There's no reason for people being in there. No, they don't want me to listen, do they? That is absolutely something else. That was... I tell you what, my heart's racing. That is absolutely weird. Does anybody want to actually come out here? I mean, you can come out here, you can ring the bell. Look. We're going to get the bell out if we can get the bell out. Look, we've got a bell. Right. There's the bell. You can ring the bell. Please, ring it, by all means. I'll step back. You can ring it. Another thump. There's nothing above us. There is nothing above us. The roof is above us. Do you want to give us 2 bangs? I tell you what, you're very lucky for being on, because I didn't know I was going to be live. I thought I'd do about 30 minutes live, 15, 20 minutes live, just to show you what it's like on the most haunted floor of this hotel. I tell you what, it's as creepy as shit. I know somebody said it looks really sterile, and it was AGML. And they're right, it does, and it sounds sterile. And in fact, it sounds so sterile in here that the bangs that we're hearing and the footsteps are just, they echo like my voice does. And Shemeka, this is well done for getting on. We've just had a nice meal with Shemeka. She's been a really great sport. She has actually turned up for a little bit of a meal and I suppose a post-birthday meal. Thank you very much, Shemeka. And I've just come up to the top floor, and we've been getting footsteps and bangs from that room over there. We've got a bell here. Now, I'm just wondering if we turn our backs and we go into this room, will someone ring the bell? Because there's only one way out, and that's that way. So, who is in here? Please tell me there's a person in here, because if there isn't, this floor, AGML, was the main floor for the whole building. Was called was a hotel. It had 2 floors. The bottom floor was a speakeasy for the brother of Al Capone, not Al Capone. What's the two mobsters? I've forgotten their name now. It is Al Capone, isn't it? Al Capone's brother ran a speakeasy from downstairs. He also ran one from this floor, the top floor, and then it was sold as Playboy Mansions. This was Playboy Mansions, and this was the floor where is it the all the rock stars came, and presumably I think even Marilyn Monroe's supposed to have been here as well at some point. So in the ballroom downstairs where the Crystal Ballroom is, the biggest amount of activity is on this floor. It's where all the illicit gambling went on. And then it's where all the Playboy stuff went on before it became a normal hotel, shall we say? Is anybody here from the Playboy era? Give me a bang. Ring the bell outside. Come on, you've been making bangs, you've been making footsteps, and if you're out frightening the living daylights out of me, why don't you really try and frighten the living shit out of me again? You're letting me get back to normal now. Shout into the microphone. Ring the bell, come on. We want to know you exist. Is there life after our passing? Prove to the people who are listening that there is indeed life. I know you're not supposed to, but just for me, I know you're not a performing monkey. If anybody can see the camera shaking, I am actually shaking. It was absolutely freaky as shit when the footsteps went and the banging, and you're thinking, shit, there's somebody walking. There's somebody in here, and I daren't even open the door. That's how bad it was. I mean, I'm sort of plucked up courage to go in now. It's like, it's really weird. But the receptionist says, go, do it tonight. Go up to floor 14, have a go, see what you get. And I want to know in the morning. Well, she's not going to be disappointed. Nearly frightened the living daylights out of me, didn't you? Are you going to go bang? Give me a bang. Come on. There's some nice metal equipment over there. Give it a good rattle. I'll tell you what, Shamika, it's really frightened the living daylights out of me. I didn't think I'd be frightened. And it's just the fact that it shouldn't be here. We know that we're the only person up here. We can now see we're the only person up here, yet it's just really, really weird. Really, really weird. I know we're not supposed to go into places like this, but we're allowed to film outside. We're not really supposed to go in here, but look at it. It's just phenomenal. This is where all the activity went on during the Al Capone's brothers' speakeasy era. Is anybody from that era? Is anybody here from the speakeasy era? I've come out of there now. You can give it a quick rattle if you want. Move the door. So that's how far we got, right? So we said we were going to do 15 minutes. I'm now going to switch to recording mode. So I'm going to do about 15, 20, probably about 30 minutes, hopefully, of recording. We're going to do a few experiments, and then we'll be moving that into a video. Please do like and subscribe. We do like to do 15, 20 minutes before live if we can. I say this is only the second hotel I've done. Do like to do a bit of a live in front of it. Try and get people interested in subscribing and watching the videos. And we'll be doing a bit more of a video, and we'll try and get that together when I get back into the UK. But yeah, that's been 15 minutes of absolutely crapping myself. I look forward to seeing you all on my live on Friday. So until then, it's goodbye from him, goodbye from me, And remember, ghosts don't bite. Please, yes, remember, I'm sure they don't bite. Whatever's on the other side of that door is staying there at the minute. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining. And let's get some videos for you all to enjoy, shall we? Thank you very much. There's the lift. It's now shut. Now, let's be honest. We've had a few knocks during the live stream, all from that room over there. Then we put the camera on that corner, and we heard dragging of chairs through there. Now, there are a lot of chairs through that room, these other two rooms here, and here are, I think, conference rooms that you can, West Tower and East Tower. So these are the two towers that are very much where people would have been and where people would have, I think people can actually rent them out, but can't get in them. Does anybody want to come up? Does anybody want to tell me who you were? What your name was? Ring the bell. The bell is on the glass desk there. Now, I've never had a spirit do that. I'd love to have one spirit that knocks the bell and move it to the edge of the table. Absolutely, no problem with that. We were on a 0.55, 55 milligauss, 54. I'm going to tell you what, I've got a piece of paper here. It's the welcome to the hotel piece of paper. It's nice and look, it will show you all where it is. In fact, let's put it dead in line with the glass, and I mean dead in line with it. If you want to knock the piece of paper while we're not looking, then please do. We're the only person here, remember, so there is no one else. We're going to go back. We're going to take you back in here. This is as freaky as it's got tonight. And this, during the live stream, I was absolutely crapping myself. I actually thought that coming in here we would find someone moving the chairs. I really did think there was somebody in here. There was somebody walking around moving things. If there is somebody in here playing the idiot, can you come out? At least you've proved to me that you've frightened the living daylights out of me. Come on, there has to be somebody in here. We've had too many noises in here. Give us a knock. A light knock? I don't believe we got a light knock then. Can we do that again? Oh, you didn't knock this time. Knock back. I'm all the way from England. I just noticed the security camera. Oh dear. So someone, if nobody's in there, then what noise, during the live stream, where did the noises come from? Because through there we definitely got bangs and steps. It was as if somebody was moving the chairs, but the chairs are all stacked up. We're still getting EMF meter of 0.54. The paper hasn't moved. We'll show you that. The paper is still there. The bell is still there. My feet on this floor, you can hear them squeaking. Move the piece of paper on that table. Go on. You've been so good so far. The live stream was amazing. Really frightened the living daylights out of me. How about moving that piece of paper just a little bit? Come on, all the way from England. Surely you could give me a little bit of a blow or a little bit of a push. Let's send me back to England, frightened stiff, though I'm not going to come back here again. Was it Rolling Stones that were here? Can't remember now. Big bands used to come here when it was the Playboy Towers. Are you going to shout at me? You know, the last hotel I went to, I said it was all quiet. And a spirit shouted into this very camera. Can you shout into this camera as well? What if I offered to take you downstairs and buy you a free pint? I know somebody on the live said this is very sterile. It is very sterile. For as soon as that person said it was sterile, everything just went mad in that room. I'm hoping I can download the live stream, but we started off so noisily, and yet we seem to have just died down. Can you prove to me spirits exist by giving me a knock? Ring the bell. Move that piece of card on the table. Come on, we love trigger objects. This is right back down to the original what we used to do in ghost hunting. Really is, and I'm sure you're not supposed to really show yourself, but you know, if you want to prove you are here without doing that, move the piece of paper. Ring the bell. We're going to go up to the EMF meter in a minute to have a look at whether you can push that up. Can you push that up past, I think it was down at 54, wasn't it? We've got 2 yellow lights. We're on 54 still. Can you make those go to red? Can you send them to red? Whoever's here, were you here during the speakeasy period? Were you here during the Playboy period? These are Playboy towers. One tower to one side, one tower to the other. You know, both those towers were highly into the Playboy era, weren't they? So were you involved in those? Check the trigger object. Pretty much spot on. Give a couple more minutes. We're all the way from we've travelled so many thousand miles to see you. You've done really well so far. How about just ending with one more flourish? I'd love to be as frightened as I was at the beginning of the live stream. That was actually amazing that you could do that for me. Can we do it again? Somebody did. One of my subscribers asked, are you Indians? Are you from the Indian period? Because this is supposed to be sacred ground. Or so that person said. Is that true? Can you ring the bell or move the paper if that's correct? Or even push that EMF meter up to a nice red colour would be good. Native Americans? From the Playboy Tower era? I got a click as I said that, didn't I? Why do you got to say something when it clicks? Ready? From the native Indians? He also said the native Indians were hiding and kept taunting him, so like just staying away from him, and he had to chase them around the hotel. Don't know how true that is. Are there any native Indians around here? Last call for the native Indians. How about the people from the Playboy era? Last call for you lot. Do you want to prove to me that it was indeed part of the hustle and bustle of the Playboy era? Prove to me that it did actually exist and it's not all written in books that it existed when it didn't. And finally, the speakeasy. This is where it all started, isn't it? The top floor and the bottom floor were both speakeasies. This one must have been for all the really rich guests. This was the top floor. Which one are we looking at there? We're looking at the East Tower doors. We've got the West Tower doors behind me. Both locked, unfortunately. Can you prove to me that they were actually used as speakeasies? Well, guys, this is going to be one hell of a video. If I can pull that video from the live stream, I tell you what, I really was absolutely frightened stiff of opening that door. That door was where all the noise was behind it, and as you can see, there's nothing behind it apart from, one security camera. And we were told not to go through any doors. Prefer you not to go through the doors. But with the bangs, I really had to find out and prove to myself that there weren't. I really thought there was somebody behind it. I really did think there was a person moving chairs and walking on that floor. There's nobody in there. You've seen there's nobody in there. I even called out to see whether there was anybody actually hiding in there just to try and frighten the living daylights out of me. I'll leave it up to you. This is creepy as shit again. I can't believe I've just done that. I was told that this floor was the most odd one of all, and that you might just get a few knocks if you're lucky. We might try another to do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow's my last night. It's sad, isn't it? So tonight's Monday night. Tomorrow is Tuesday. May be able to get something late on, but there again, I'll be trying to get some sleep to get back on the 8-hour flight back to the UK. So we'll see what we get. We may have another few minutes added on later on. Do you want to just say goodbye to me, or are you just going to stay knocking in the background every so often? Shall we give you one last knock? Can you repeat this? Can you repeat this? Or as Corvette would say, copy me. I'm just freezing while I hear footsteps. I'm just freezing while I hear footsteps. Okay, that's weird. Oh God. Right, okay, I hope you heard all that lot. But the bangs earlier are the most important ones. I think footsteps could be put down to different things here. We have got a lift shaft here. Yep. Could sound like footsteps. Possibly. We do try and debunk things. But we didn't hear a door, because it is about 1 o'clock in the morning. We didn't hear the door saying a floor name and then opening up. So that's strange. So trying to debunk it as the lift may not actually work. So yeah, we've got a few footsteps then and a click just then. Are we going to start giving me some responses? Can you just copy this then? Wow, I think we'll move on to another part. Thank you very much. Should I shut this one down? You really have got like literally seconds to give me a really big bang. We're just going to check the equipment one last time. Still on 0.54. The piece of card hasn't actually moved, although it does look like it's further down to me. It looks further. It looks about 1 millimeter further that way. Strange. The bell hasn't gone off. Thank you very much, and we'll just carry on doing something else, shall we?